In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to write content. You'll learn that 11 different kinds of content you can create from one single transcript. First, I'm going to show you the 11 different kinds of content you can create from a single transcript. Then I'll tell you why creating content from a transcript is best. Next, I'll show you how to quickly refine your content so that it actually sounds like a human and not like a ChatGPT robot that's going to take over the world. And finally, you're going to learn how to automate your content creation process for a built-in content ecosystem. First, what kind of content can you actually create from a transcript? So we always start with the transcript because then it's more likely that it's going to sound like you from the beginning. The better part too is that it's your ideas and coming from your brain, which means it helps you show up as the authority without sounding like everybody else in the market. So here's how we would do it. First, we start with the transcript. Then we're going to start with the biggest piece of content, which is going to be your blog post. With your blog post, what we want to do is start with the outline first. If you don't start with the outline first, a lot of times it's going to give you something really short and pretty crappy. So we want to start with the transcript and then tell ChatGPT, use the transcript to create an outline for the blog post. Once it's created the outline, we're going to go section by section to create the rest of it. This is going to give you a blog post that's a little bit longer and a little bit closer to all the content you covered in the transcript. After we've done the blog post, the next one we're going to do, if your audience is here, is LinkedIn. The reason we do blog post first, then LinkedIn, is because the blog post is the biggest piece of content. LinkedIn is typically a little bit shorter than the blog post. So we want to start with the most content first and then go down from there. After you've created the blog post in LinkedIn from your one transcript, the next thing we're going to do is create some emails. Now, typically you can create 2 to 3 emails from this one transcript. If you have a longer transcript, of course, you can create more. The beautiful thing about this is that it's going to actually sound like you because it's coming from your transcript. You don't have to spend a lot of time saying, don't use that word, use this word instead, because it's just pulling from what it already knows, which is that transcript. Once you have the email, the next thing that we're gonna do is a Facebook post. Now, this would be great for your Facebook page, your Facebook profile. I have to say that anytime I know that I want to make extra money, let's say I'm going on vacation with my family, I have something I'm saving for, I want to go to a Taylor Swift concert, whatever it is, if I show up on social, I know that I'm going to make more money that month than if I don't. And so for me, I'm really focused on, yes, of course, how can I do blog posts, LinkedIn, but how can I send out more emails? How can I create more Facebook posts that speak directly to my audience? One other thing that we can add with this transcript when we upload it is we can say, just a reminder, here's who my audience is. So not only does it have that knowledge now of your transcript, your information, but it also is going to have that information about who your audience is that it's speaking directly to. After we have the Facebook post, the next one we're going to go into is your Facebook group. If you have a Facebook group, this is a great thing to do. Maybe you don't have a Facebook group, maybe you have a heartbeat community or a school community instead. Same thing applies here. You can still create something for that as well. This is to help you gain momentum and keep people engaged in the group. The more people in your group that you have engaged, the more potential buyers you have that are more eager to buy from you when you have something new that comes out or an upsell. The 6th piece of content is Instagram. We're looking for an Instagram caption on this one. And just like the emails, just like the Facebook post, you can actually create multiple Instagram captions from this one transcript. And so typically, depending on the transcript length, usually I say 6 to 10 minutes, you can create anywhere from 5 to 10 Instagram captions. And again, all you have to do is like literally upload this and that's it. The other thing you can do here is pull out Instagram quotes. So this would be things that you want on the overlay text on top of the image. So you'll have the image, you have the quote there. Let's say you, in your transcript, you said something that was really on point, that you're like, oh, my audience is gonna eat that up. And so you wanna put it on a quote card. We can do that with the Instagram one as well. Say that I want a quote card. And so it's gonna pull quotes from your transcript. The next thing that we can do with the transcript is create reel ideas. So this is additional reel ideas. You can just take your phone real quick, see what it says, blah, 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 and boom, you've created a reel from a transcript that you already had. So it gives you additional ideas. The other really cool thing with doing a transcript and recording a video of you for that transcript is that you can use a tool called Minvo. This is an AI tool that chops up your transcript or your video into smaller pieces. You've probably heard about other tools like Opus Clip or Munch. I'm telling you, in my opinion, this is the best one that you can use. I'm just gonna save you some time here. It adds emojis, it can add sounds, it can add GIFs and images on top of it. Everything that you'd want it to add, it can add. The next one that we're gonna do is TikTok. So even if you're not using TikTok, again, this comes up with more ideas for you for Reels. The next one is tweets or X's, whatever it's called now. This would be like short bits from the transcript. You can come up with tons for this because it's so short and it's just pulling from the transcript, 20 or more. Next, it can help us create additional hooks. So if we have a hook for our reel and we want to try some different ones and use CapCut, again, not getting paid to, would love to, just kidding, CapCut, you can put those hooks into there on top of it and try some different hooks to see what's working. This testing process is really important. And once you start to test it and you see the hooks that work best for your audience, you don't have to use additional hooks. You already know what's going to work. And finally, text. So every time when I upload a transcript, I get all of this automatic and I get a text with an idea for an Instagram story that I can use that day. Now, this is why using a transcript is the best way to get ChatGPT or other AI tools to sound like you without sounding like a robot or sounding like everyone else or using AI text is with that transcript. So that's why we always want to start here. Now, there may be a few things you need to change. Let's say you get all of this, it goes to a spreadsheet for you. You may want to make a few tweaks here and there. What I do, I have this set up in a workflow. So I'm using Zapier to set this up. And so it all happens automatically. It goes to my spreadsheet. For the first few times that I'm running this especially, I'm looking at what I like and what I don't like. Is it using any words or phrases that I'm like, I don't really want to use that? I make updates to that particular step in Zapier so that it gets me exactly what I want right away. Because we're combining with the transcript and with the prompt, it's magic. Now, this is my instant AI content system. And if you like this, you're gonna love the checklist so that you can set this up for yourself. This is something I've spent 18 months refining and getting just right, and I'm gonna give it to you for free. So click the link that comes with this video to get my instant AI content system checklist.